So to start, we're going to bring the hands to the heart. You can either keep your eyes open or closed, whatever you prefer. Tadasana, mountain pose, everybody. So just do your best version of standing. Maybe that's relaxed and easeful. Maybe you create a little tension in the spots that you feel like need a little extra. You might find the capacity to just get centered immediately. Then again, you might notice there's a little shifting, left to right, front to back. And optimally at this point, you've got bare feet. I'm going to get into the grass. Oh, that feels good. And we're evening out the weight in the front of the feet and the back of the feet. Inside of the feet, outside of the feet. And starting to create a little extra stability in the legs. You might do that through engaging your thighs, creating a little tension through your glutes, and starting to stabilize through your belly. Lifting up through the sides of your ribs, and yet relaxing back and down through your shoulders. And lastly, aligning the head. So it's slightly retracted and gently lifted. And then let's take 5 deliberate breaths. So be conscious of your breath coming in and out. And if you already know the Ujjayi breathing technique well, you can work with it now. Something I don't teach all that often anymore, but feel free to plug in. One more full breath here, everybody, and we're going to start a little flow this morning. So on your next inhale, everybody, we're going to reach both arms out and up. And then on an exhale, hinge. So we're just starting that first little hip hinge from the hips, releasing down. So in this pose, we're in full flexion. We've got straight legs, solid grounded feet, and just release through the whole spinal column, especially the head. And then everybody, we walk those hands up to the shins and create that lean-to. Extend out through the spine. Take all the roundness out of your back. And here we're just hinged from the hips. Try to keep the legs nice and straight. A little micro bend is okay if you need it. And then on exhale, everybody, let's hinge back down. And then on one full inhalation, rise all the way back up. So at this point, most of you probably know this sequence pretty well. It's something I've been teaching for almost 2 decades. So that's the half sun salutation. We'll do that a few more times. Then we'll go into a full sun salutation. And then we will go into the extended sun salutation B. All right. So we're going to do some repeating today. Inhale. Reach up. Skyward bound. Exhale. Release down. Earthbound. Inhale. Reach forward. So you're right in line with the horizon. So we're exhaling toward the earth. Inhaling toward the sky. And then reconnecting to the heart center. That's the half salute. Feet don't really move. Let's try a couple more. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale forward. Exhale down. Inhale up. Hands back to the heart. Inhale. You extend, you rise, you reach. Exhale, you're flexing. Inhale, you're lengthening. Exhale, flexing. Inhale, expanding. And exhale, right back to your own center. Just checking in with your breath. Last one. One more half sun salutation. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hinge. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale all the way down. Inhale all the way up. And then let's reconnect to the heart center. So now as we're back to center, just reconnect to your Tadasana, get grounded and stable. Process a couple conscious breaths in and out. And then we'll move into stage 2. Inhale, reach up the arms. Exhale, hinge. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, hinge. And then we're working our first plank pose of the morning. Or afternoon if you hit this thing later. All right. So let's give plank a good 5 breaths. So we'll break the flow a little bit, but let's really establish our plank. You can relax your fingers and your thumbs, but keep your arms nice and strong. You want to pull your head away from the floor, round up your shoulders a little bit so your upper back is protracted, firm through your belly and your glutes. I'm going to pull in my blankie. All right. And then from here, everybody, we're going to come down and rest on the belly. The rests will be short. We're going to kind of keep the flow alive. So from here, everybody, all we're doing is lifting the chest, lifting the arms. A lot of you probably know already, but I love to start with these Shalambhasana back bends, where your glutes are stable, your legs are stable, and you're using your own trunk and your own core muscles to get you up. Now when you're there, you're welcome to fish around a little bit left to right. And then as you're ready, hands come down, and we're going to shift to all fours. The sound's a little better if I face this way. So from all fours, you just want to establish nice strong arms, neutral spine, and then we're going to tuck the toes under. We're going to lift up the tail and release the head. So classic downward facing dog, and we're going to give it about 10 breaths to get started here. If in your dog pose your heels easily touch the ground, it's probably a little too short. You want to lengthen that stance a bit. Remember, you're pushing into the earth, lifting the hips up to the sky, and then starting to drive the heels down toward the earth as well. One more full breath here. So, one of 3 transitions. Right leg first. We take up the right leg, bend the knee, step the foot forward, step the left foot forward. Inhale, reach out. Exhale, flex down. And on inhale, rise up. Right back to the heart. Sun salutation number 1. Let's try again. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, come to the ground. Inhale, reach out to the horizon. Exhale, back to the ground. And then we're planking. And once you got that plank well established, let's just start to get our strength fired up a little bit here and try 2 push-ups. Want to keep those elbows fairly close to your side. And after 2 full push-ups, come down and rest. This time we're going to move into Shalambhasana and then into a little bit of a cobra. So, Shalambhasana, lift the chest, hands are down. Then as the hands find the ground, we start to push up a little higher. This is the cobra pose, Bhujangasana. From cobra, you can shimmy back to all fours with your toes tucked. Lift up that tail. Remember, this is partially a pose where you let go and partially a pose that you really exert in. The head can release, and there's exertion elsewhere. Let's try the other method. Left leg up and back. Step left foot forward. Step the right foot forward. Inhale, reach. Exhale, hinge. Inhale, rise. Exhale, back to the heart. All right, making our way through these sun salutations, everybody. So let's try to get 3 uninterrupted flows, all right? I know I usually break up the flow a little bit, but let's see if we can just get these going. Hands to the heart. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, lower. Plank position. Either come down and rest on the belly or chaturanga. Either try upward dog or go back to cobra. And then down dog. Now we're working on about a 5 breath count for these last 3 sun salutations. 5 breaths in dog. You've got your right-legged step that we can do. You've got the left-legged step we can do. And method number 3, we'll try it right now, is a 2-legged step, basically a jump. So you hop the feet forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hinge. Inhale, rise. Hands back to the heart. 2 more. I'll guide one, then you do one on your own. Inhale through expansion. Exhale through flexion. Inhale through extension. Exhale through flexion. Plank. Chaturanga. Urdhva Mukha. Adho Mukha. And here I settle for 5 breaths. They come pretty quickly. But I'm also trying to regulate the breath and stretch it out a little bit. I've got the step methods, right or left first, or the jump method, both at the same time. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one on your own. So you're doing this one on your own. you guys are back to the top, we're going to go through Sun Salutation B. So everybody can meet at the next pose, depending on how long it took you to get through Sun Salutation A there. We're going to squat. Such a great shape to get into. So when we squat, one of the little coaching cues is you want to try to stretch out your mat, or like you're pulling the earth apart. And that's cueing the knees to go slightly out. You rarely want them to fall in during squatting. For certain reasons we might. We want to lean a little bit more into the hips. That's going to push the knees backward and outward. Once we've got the butt about as low as we can get it, the chest and head are higher. And we're going to reach the arms back, kind of like a rocket ship. Utkatasana. Now from here, what we're going to do is reach up. 5 big breaths here. Descending through your hips, ascending through your arms. One more full breath. On an exhale, hinge. On an inhale, lengthen. On an exhale, hinge. Plank position. So at this point, I'm going to cue up dog and chaturanga, but you can always modify that low push-up and back bend. Once we're collectively back to dog, we use our right foot forward step method and leave only the right foot forward. Now from here, we're going to be in a runner's lunge with that back foot and transition straight up. Front leg still cues slightly externally. Back leg's fully extended. One more full breath here. So we're in Anjaneyasana, lunge pose. Plank. Chaturanga. Urdhva Mukha. Adho Mukha. And then we transition on the new side, everybody. Left foot forward. Once you got that lunge down low established, you lift it up higher. So I know some systems use Warrior One, which is back foot grounded. I really like Anjaneyasana here, back foot in a runner's lunge. Either one can work. One more big breath. Hands down. Plank. Chaturanga. Upward dog. Downward dog. 5 big breaths. Now to step out and finish this sun salute, step the feet forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hinge. And squat. Back to standing. That's one sun salutation B, the longer method. So, just to clarify, it has a lunge on the right and a lunge on the left. Starts with a squat. Let's try that again. Hands to the heart. Inhale, arms up.
Yes, keep chewing.
Sink into Utkatasana, the yoga squat. Exhale, hinge, yoga forward bend. Inhale, halfway up, the yoga hip hinge. Exhale, forward bend, Uttanasana. Plank position. Now you've got the low push-up, which you can modify. And then you've got a back bend that you want to express safely, but fully. Dog pose. Going through the exact same sequence, everybody. If you don't have this one memorized, now's a good day to try to cement it. Right foot forward. Both arms up. Anjaneyasana, the crescent. Also called the lunge. Plank. Some low push-up. Some back bend. Dog pose. Step left foot forward. rise up. And down. And let's finish this one. Inhale. Exhale. Utkatasana. And then rising. All right, everybody. So that's Sun Salutation B, a couple times through. All right. So we're going to do one more standing pose. It's a little different. We're going to widen the feet, maybe about as wide as the wrist span. Feet straight ahead. Then we're going to bend one knee, right knee, and get that knee right over the heel. Push back through your hips. You want to make sure that knee is externally rotated. Come back. Bend into the left side. Sometimes these are called lateral lunges. Two more. One more per side. Oh, last one. Coming back to center. I'm going to do Parsarita Padottanasana. So that's a wide leg, straight leg, hinge. So you got options here. This is our last standing pose. You can keep your hands under your shoulders. You can put your hands between your feet. And you can either stretch forward through your trunk or downward through your trunk. Much like the Sun Salutation has a forward and a downward, you can kind of play with this pose and try either version. All right. So to transition, I'm just going to lengthen out through the spine. Bring the knees down. And come into a simple seat. So much like that standing pose, we're going to take a wide stance with the legs, but now we're in a seat, everybody. So this is Upavista Konasana. And we're going to hinge. Upavista Konasana. If forward bending is really challenging for you at this point, you can just lean back instead. Very simple. Oh. The backward lean actually feels great. They both feel good. You can add a little twist if you wish. Oh, I'm not rotating much, but even that little bit feels great. Yeah, that feels nice. All right, now we're back up to a comfortable seat. So from here, we're going to actually transition onto our backside. I hope y'all can still see me. I'll make sure we've got good sound still. All right, so we've transitioned onto our back. And just take a moment and let your hands fall on your belly somewhere, on your ribs. And just tune in for a moment. We've been moving since we started. And Just take in the sounds that are present there for you. My voice and the ambient noises in your room and sounds from outside your house and ambient noises here at the park. It's a clear day, but you might hear the foghorn and the wind and the birds and the traffic and people, possibly the sound of your own breath. Now from here what we're going to do is a simple version of pigeon. We're going to take that right leg on top. Oh, God, it never fails to get me. And hug. Oh. So you're welcome to do a little side to side, or you can just do push and pull, or you can just hold it steady and soften around the tension. So regardless of how flexible you are, everybody runs into a little tension in the body, and it's how we meet that tension with attention and some loving, mindful awareness. We're going to keep the pigeon stretch alive and just straighten that leg we're pulling on. Yeah, that feels good. Okay, and then we're going to release that. So let's switch sides, everybody. So the external rotation of the new top leg, like pigeon pose, half lotus. Hug in. You've got two options here, really three. Side to side movements. A little forward, backward rocking, or just hold steady. While you hold it steady, we just add a little extra, get that opposite leg extended. I'm just going to do one more movement from down here. When you let go, reach up the arms, reach up the legs, and just shake a little. Now the shaking can be really gentle and easy, or it can be vigorous, like a dog trying to get dry after a swim. Shaking's great for the body, nice for circulation, just feels good, it's a little wild, a little unpredictable. And yet it's all fairly controlled. And then when you're ready, release that. Oh, that feels good. And we're going to transition into our corpse pose. So you're going to want to extend out through your legs. Open out through the arms. Center the head. Let your eyes close softly. Feel your fingers and toes relaxing. Maybe they curl a little. Aware of your hands and your feet relaxing. Just feel the warmth and the heaviness and the relaxation through your arms and through your legs. Let the full weight of the head release onto the planet. Just take it in, everybody. There's nothing extra you have to do. No thoughts to try to quell. No thoughts to try to materialize. Just let be. So y'all, when you're ready, make your way back up to any comfortable seat. All right, everybody, we're going to slowly come on out of that pose. Thanks for joining me today, everybody. We'll see you next time. We'll see you next time.